Hello, Pharma Life family.
Hello, family.
How you doing? Take a look at this. Muddy feet. In December 2016, it has been raining cats and dogs here in
That's it.
Yeah.
That's what we've had for an entire month.
Geckos and monkeys.
Geckos and monkeys, and yes. And we've had some really wonderful guests that have come through here in November and December, and one of them we are interviewing now. Shelly, everyone.
Hello,
Pharma Life family.
Shelly.
Shelly.
Cheers.
Representing Canada.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, Shelly, how did you find out about us? Like, talk to us a little bit about like your journey getting here.
Okay. It was actually it's quite a story. I recently went through breast cancer. It was a long 2-year process. I did 7 months of chemotherapy, and it flatlined me. I needed to pick up mentally, spiritually, emotionally. I just didn't know how to bring myself back into the health that I needed to get into. And I was trying different things, and I was on the Google and doing this and doing that. And a good girlfriend of mine says to me, she said, you know what? She says, Costa Rica, Farm of Life. She says, check it out on the internet. I was thinking India. I knew I was going somewhere. And I'm very impulsive. I'm like, I'm getting on the net, and I'm going for a month, and that's it. I don't care.
Yep.
And she's like, check this out. I'm like, yeah, check out India. And she said, check it out. Boom, I get on there. I said, perfect. I didn't even look at the website fully through. I called the airlines immediately.
Awesome.
I checked out the flights. 4:35 return. Boof, done. Emailed you.
You were seriously the fastest reservation I've ever made.
Emailed you, and it was done.
Normally people have at least average of like 5 questions, and you were like, dates, price, deposit.
Because of my health condition. And I mean, and I'm not, I don't want to sound like I'm really unhealthy, but when you go through that much chemo, it destroys you.
Toxic.
And it toxic not only your body, but your mind, your vision. You're toxic. And to dump that out it's not an easy task. Medical physicians will take you so far. The rest, you need to find a vehicle to take yourself the rest of the way. And unless you are ingrained and indoctrinated in raw food living and all, you don't know.
Yeah, you didn't have a lot of knowledge,
You don't. And even the internet, you don't know until you actually experience it.
Yep.
So, I don't want to get yapping too much, but...
No, but that's great. So
that's how I found it. My friend Julie, thank you, Julie.
Thank you, Julie.
Thank you, Julie.
Thank you, Julie.
And you get here and you're like, I'm an open book. What do I need to do? She's like, I'll try this raw food thing.
I landed and I said, I don't know what I'm doing, but teach me.
Yeah, and you start eating the raw foods. I walked you around the farm, showed you the herbs.
Yep.
The cool pool. You love that at the beginning, right? You were pounding that thing.
Every tree, you can pick something off and eat it. I mean, the noni fruit, you're like a cheese lover. You take the noni fruit and it's like having cheese. Oh my God, this is crazy delicious. But every tree, you can pick something and eat off it.
Yeah.
Like this is for this and this is for this. And the jackass bitters.
Woo, bitter.
Woo!
They're bitter.
Healing.
That's a good tree. That's one of my favorite.
But it's like Candyland for the vegan, right?
It
for
is
the healer, for the person being healed.
Yeah.
It's Candyland for the healing, but it's also mentally stimulating.
Yeah.
Because you have, it's a real dichotomy. You have part of you have this peace, quiet, fresh air, fresh water. It's just nourishing. It's, oh my God, beautiful. Calm, relaxing. You got no worries. And then on the other hand, you have all this interesting learning that you can do through the foods and the plants and the trees. So it's a real, well, it's like life, right? It's a balance, right? You have both.
Absolutely.
You have the peace and quiet, and then you also have this mental stimulation at the same time with the
farm.
Plenty.
Yep. Now I want to say this, and this is something that I have observed from you. The first day you were here, you were really red, rashed, right? You were burnt from the chemo, right, and the toxins. Your
acne.
skin, pretty bad, right? Now, but let's take a look. Look, if you were to look now, your skin.
I'm going to start turning red now.
No. Your skin, and I haven't really mentioned this to you, but your skin has improved, I'd say 50%. And I know it's been rough.
It is.
Because our skin is our largest organ, right? But some people don't detox out their skin, which is unfortunate because it really is the easiest channel. Even though I know you don't want to say that, or it certainly didn't feel that way.
It's an ugly way to go, but
It
it's
is.
true. I detoxed out my skin. Plus, I had Anybody that knows cancer treatment knows the steroids that they pump into your body is ridiculous. And when you start sweating out those steroids, and when you start detoxing off all those steroids, and the steroid creams that I've used, you start withdrawing.
Yep.
Oy!
And you said it would smell like burning coming out of your
chemical.
skin.
You could scratch and go, you could smell the chemical coming out. It was awful.
Yeah.
It would be scratch and sniff. I'd lay there and go, okay, this is what I need to eat today. No,
Yeah.
I know it's true.
But with the herbs and everything that you were doing, going in the cold pool and all the natural and all the nature here in the herbs and the fruits that you were doing, you started really, in the colonics, you did a few colonics.
I went down and I came up and
Yep.
I went down, and the support I got from everybody
There
here,
you
when
go.
I went down, every time I came, I went down, 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 and I was like,
Mm-hmm.
oh my God, I'm not going to make it. Everybody said, are you kidding me? Fantastic. Look at you
You're doing
detoxing.
good. Yep.
This is what you
That's
want.
part of it. That's part of the experience here, right?
This is what you want.
And so in any kind of natural healing, you're going to have good days and then down,
Oh, yeah.
good down, and then finally, once the body's completely detoxed, it's good.
Yeah, celebrate the detox, because
There you go.
that's the struggle, is to get that detox going and properly.
There you
I
go.
love too when your energy levels were on the upswing. You'd go on these longest hikes.
Yeah.
You'd like go all. I mean,
Yeah.
we got big hills here in Costa Rica, and she was hiking them and sweating, and then dunking in the cold pool.
Now, because we're a
And then
mind...
sleeping for 2 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. We wouldn't see you for a couple days, and that's good. You were healing. Now, another big part of your month here was a medicine. You did a medicine day. You did San
Yes.
Pedro,
I did San Pedro.
which is very similar. For those of you who don't know, it is another cactus medicine. It's very similar to, I shouldn't say same, very similar to peyote. The active ingredient is mescaline, and just unbelievable through the heart, teaching of the oneness and presence. And your experience was profound. Talk to us about
It
it.
was phenomenal. It was absolutely phenomenal. Once I broke away and got to see things from my own spiritual eye, because I did start seeing things in a spiritual sense, and I'm sitting on my hammock and I'm looking and I'm connecting with nature in a way that I've always connected with nature, and I've always understood that connection. I'm a big outdoors person, but once I seen it from a spiritual sense, it was way different.
Yep.
I still carry that with me. When bugs fly by me, I still focus on them and see them in a different way, because now I'm focusing on their details, like their little faces and their little way. I
Yep.
see them in a different way. I now see them
Beauty.
as equals and
Mhm.
beauty.
Oneness.
So that was fantastic.
Absolutely.
But I think the most profound thing is I seen how far apart my physical sense, my physical body, and my spiritual person was apart. And I knew that, and this is things you read about and you know, and you intrinsically know this. But when you see it from you see it from your spiritual eye, that, oh my God, this is my spirit, this is my physical. You're like, no wonder I got sick. It's no
Yep.
wonder I'm having a hard time detoxing, number one.
The disconnection.
And it's no wonder that I got sick to begin with. That was so far apart. So at least it's there's a lot of spiritual things here that you can do, 100%. You can get inundated. If that is what you want, is to open up your spirit and become grounded, amazing place for it. Me, I came for a physical, and I'd say next time I'm going to work more on the spiritual than the physical, but this time I really focused on the physical. But the cactus.
The San Pedro, yeah.
Carry it for life.
Yeah. Yep. It kind of reconnected, because you and I had these great conversations, right? You were telling me how before you used to have like this innate out of the sixth sense ability, like a psychic ability. You'd put your hand in someone's hand and you could feel
it. I could feel energies.
Energy.
I was big with feeling energies, and
Right.
very intuitive. I've always had it since I was little. Very tuned in, and
then you get sick.
then I got sick and I lost it all.
And I think that's what you mean by the separation of the body and
Yep.
spirit.
Yep.
And then you do the San Pedro ceremony, you reconnect,
Yep.
you see it again, and now you're feeling it again.
And that was part of being sick too. Is losing that. Losing that sense is like losing a comfort. Not a comfort,
Sure.
but a security. Like a security. It would be like losing a sense.
Well, it's
losing at your hearing, your smell, it's losing a sense. I lost a sense.
Yeah, it's hard.
And I had to re-navigate through without that sense. So
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's 100% back, but I would say
It's improved,
I'm
you know?
definitely now cognizant.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And that's the first step to anything.
absolutely.
Is
Awareness. Yep.
I love it when
Yeah.
cancer survivors come through Pharma Life, and we definitely have had a handful, but I find you all are very well committed to a process for yourselves, and in your case it was physical healing, but you guys always are like trying to find on that spiritual level what was the cause and how to redirect your life to a heart-based life with purpose.
Right.
I really see our cancer survivors come through with that focus.
Yeah.
Absolutely, and
And
don't-
even you're on that path, even though most of your visit here was physical healing.
Yeah.
You really are on that path.
Absolutely.
For sure.
But you can't have one without the other.
No.
In all honesty, you can't have the physical without the spiritual. That I learned. It has to be connected. And I knew this, and I've always known this, but I saw it
Yep.
through my spiritual eyes, as opposed to through my physical, knowledge-based eyes,
That's awesome.
I guess.
Yeah. No.
And the butterflies are fantastic. Bring your binoculars.
Yep.
Do not
Birds.
forget binoculars. Wow.
Yeah. Right.
paradise.
It's awesome. Paradise. Now,
And
so
you're
what are you
saying
gonna
this
do?
after a month of rain.
Yeah,
Well,
and the
I-
weather has been kind of, it's been a little chippy this
beautiful.
month, but it's still
beautiful.
beautiful.
It's still
Yeah,
beautiful.
her attitude, yeah, right? Because weather, your emotional state. I always say your emotional state shouldn't depend upon the weather,
No.
and you are a perfect example of that because
Or-
you made the best out of it here.
Or you could look at the weather, if you want to look at it as the weather represents your emotional state. This is representing a calmness, a cleaning,
Look at that.
a renewal.
A positive attitude.
It's beautiful. It's not too hot. The temperature is
Yeah.
absolutely
Yep.
perfect right now.
It's winter,
It's
and
humid,
this is
it's
our
gorgeous.
way of
Yep.
dropping into like that hibernation state,
Yeah, it's our winter here. Kind
Yeah.
of.
introspection, coming
So when you
into
go
the
back,
solstice.
when you go back, you're going to continue, right?
You know what? I'm going to make my best out. Well, I'm not going to make my best. Yes.
Yep.
And the amount of that I have learned in the kitchen is
Yeah, man.
unbelievable.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
Well,
from
you have
Anna
not
and-
only Anna, our chef, but we have another guest right now.
Yeah.
Between the two of them,
Yeah.
Anna
we got
is
some
phenomenal,
master
phenomenal.
skills going down
She
in the
really
kitchen.
is.
She's phenomenal. I never even heard the word food pairing or whatever.
Food combining.
Food
and-
combining.
Right.
Now every
Now
time
you
I
know
eat,
about
I'm
that.
thinking food combining, and then you
Yep.
got the acidic, and you got this, and you got that, and
Yep.
it's fantastic. Because you need to
Awesome.
stimulate your intellectual mind as part of healing as well.
Yeah,
It
sure.
can't be all physical and spiritual.
Right.
There's an intellectual component to healing.
You got to flex it.
And this place is an intellectual component as well as the physical and spiritual. Just by the landscape, the plants, the
Mm-hmm.
edibles, the kitchen, the interesting milieu of gas. It's very eclectic.
Isn't it cool? Yeah.
It's very eclectic.
Yep, it sure is. It sure is. Right? Yep. I know. It is amazing. And then we all have to learn to get along. Farmer Life Family, right? That's the YouTube channel name. And everyone's different. Everyone's a little different personalities coming from different walks of life. And it's finding that unconditional love and patience for all.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. Photographs don't do it justice. You can't look at pictures and see what you're seeing. This is something that you feel.
Awesome. So, if you just found out you have cancer right now out there in YouTube land, this is a good option.
Sorry.
It really is.
Sorry.
Yes.
Bummer.
Yes. But if you have the cancer diagnosis and you don't want to go chemo or radiation, this is a really good way to heal. Or if you're post chemo or radiation, like Shelly, this is another way to cleanse and detox so you can get a restart and you can completely shift your life.
Which is absolutely critical.
Yeah.
Critical.
It really is.
You don't walk out of chemo. You don't walk out of surgeries. I had 4 surgeries, double mastectomy. You don't walk out of this stuff and just carry on with your life. You
Oh, I
don't.
did.
It begs a shift. In fact, the cancer is a shift. When you get diagnosed, it is a wake-up call like,
Yep.
holy, something
Yep.
has to change and black and white change because clearly something was not right. And mine was also
Absolutely.
a genetic component. So, but it takes 2. It takes genetic and environment to trigger.
Absolutely.
So it's just a shift, and it's critical that you find yourself and that shift.
Thanks for making the shift with us.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Bye bye, Farmer Life Family.
Bye,
We love
Cameron.
you.
Thanks, Julie.